All right, hello and welcome. My name is Shauna. This is our intermediate level Fit Essentials class. I'm going to be guiding you through about 45 minutes of movement here. Anyone wearing the blood flow bands, we have added air, so go ahead and do that now. I'm going to keep those on for the first 20 minutes. And as mentioned, Moose is blocking it, but if you want to have a chair nearby for some dips later on, that'll be in our last circuit, and I'll give some alternatives as well if that does not work for you. In the meantime, let's go ahead and come on up to standing. We're going to do our standing cat-cow, and then we're going to be on our feet for the first portion today. All right, so check in, toes pointing forward. Go ahead and draw the stomach in. Nice long spine as you push the hips back. Bring the hands to the bottom of the thighs. And now from here, we're going to breathe in, draw the stomach in, draw the chest in, and then we're going to breathe out. Gentle arch, shoulders back and down, eyes up and forward. Excellent. In and out the nose as able. Nice long breath, pausing at the top and then the bottom of each breath. Good. Let's get some movement through the rib cage and the shoulders. A few more. Fantastic. One more time. Beautiful. If you can, go ahead and slide down a little farther. Reach for the ankles. Tuck the chin in, let the head be heavy. Looking between your thighs for a couple of breaths here. And on that next inhale, push through the legs, gradually come on up. Stack the shoulders over the hips. And now we'll walk the hips a little bit wider. And let's start with some hip circles. 3 to 5 times in one direction. And then when you're ready, we'll start to circle the other way. Okay. No. All right, from here, we're going to do a little bit of balance as we warm up the ankles. So we're going to come onto one leg, stand near a wall as you need, draw the shoulders back and down, and then lift the one foot up into some ankle circles. Excellent. Nice and level through the hips. When you're ready, go ahead and turn and twist the ankle the other direction. Fantastic. Set it down. Same thing, second side. Push that big toe, lift everything up and in. Coming onto that one leg. Good. And you could have a lower knee lift as well, just depends. But we want to keep those hips as level as we can. Turn that ankle the other direction. Got my workout buddy front and center. And go ahead and set it down. Fantastic. All right, just some body weight work to get us started here. We're going to be going twice through. We're going to start with our march and punch, breathing out as we punch the arm across. Good. Nice and smooth here. Hands right up about shoulder height. Eyes looking up and forward. Try to find that area to focus on. Awesome. Good. A couple more. And from here, we're going to walk the feet wide. Windmill stretch next. Breathe in, spread your arms nice and wide with a little bit of the knee. We're going to try to bow forward. Bring your hand to the opposite leg. Practice that long spine, sending those hips back. Squeeze the glutes to the top, stacking your shoulders all the way over the hips. Wonderful. Reach a little bit farther each time as your flexibility allows. Lovely. Do one more each direction. And stand it up. Good. Inch those feet back in. Standing knee to elbow is next. Arms wide. We're going to start with your left elbow to the right knee. So pick it up and drive across. Once again, working that balance. So we don't want to see this hip kick out to the side. You want to stay tall. Lovely. Breath out. Mostly you want to focus on high knee drive and just a slight drawing down of that elbow. Awesome. 10 seconds left. Breathing out with that knee lift. And switch it up. Good job. Shake it out. And in between sides, either some step jacks, or if you feel ready for a little bit of bounce in your step this morning, you turn it into a light little jump jack. Excellent. Nice and relaxed through the heels. Beautiful. Halfway through, you can change it up to like a seal jack, swing the arms side to side. If you're jumping out as the arms open, jumping in as they close. 2, 1, and rest. We're back to that knee to elbow. This time your right elbow to the left knee. Standing tall and begin. Breath out with that knee drive. Can I just slightly step that foot back behind my other leg? Turns it into a little bit of a stagger stance. And then I drop back up and in. Good. Shoulders down out of the ears. Nice tall chest. Good. 10 seconds left. We're going to go into a half squat next. The little front raise. I'm going to go unweighted on this first set. And resting there. Good job. Shake out the arms. Now we're going to set the feet, just a light toe out. Eyes up and forward. And when you're ready, breathing in, just pulling about a quarter to a halfway down into your squat. Arms reaching out and forward. Good. Take about 3 to 5 here, nice and slow. And then as you start to feel warmer and warmer, start to increase that pace. 10 seconds left. Breathing in as you pull back and down. Heels push down, big toe pushes down. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1, and resting there. All right, we're gonna move into our last exercise of the series, our skier step. You're gonna step behind, opposite leg bows down, reach for the opposite hand, reaches for the opposite foot. There we go. Step it back, keep that back leg on the ground for the first round here. Next round, you can add the balance. Good. Like a little curtsy step and still engaging those hips straight back, down. Lovely. Whew. And 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take a little rest break. If you want to grab a short drink, we're going to be back here in about 20 seconds, coming back to the top with that march and punch. All right. In the meantime, feel free to just kind of flow, move, circle through the hips. When you're ready, you're going to bring the arms up at the sides, pointing forward, and 2, 1, here we go. Get a little hop to your step. Or just stick with that traditional march. Not sure what he's upset about. It's a little attention this morning. Fantastic, friends. Less than 10 seconds. 2, 1, and resting there. Awesome. We did our windmill last time. This time we're just simply going to go into some good mornings. Long spine. Cross the arms over the shoulders. As you bow down, lifting those arms up. Squeeze the glutes as you stand up. Breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. Moose. You've had your fun. You've had your walk. Yeah, thank you. And 2, 1. Get ready for that knee to elbow. It's going to be your left elbow to your right knee. Spread the arms nice and wide and begin. Remember to stay tall through that left hip, pushing down through that left toe. Good. We're working a full 30 seconds here. We're halfway through. The shoulders start to get stiff. You can kind of swing them out for a second and then bring them back up. Like try to notice that open posture for your upper body. See that tendency to shrug up, shrug them down, and take that break. Beautiful. All right, you can either do jump jacks, step jacks, or if you want to mimic a little like up and over, we can do like a lateral step over. Moose is my perfect demo here today. Up and over the dog. Real life. The dog hangs out in the doorways or in the middle of your yoga mat. Nice high knee. Very good. Once again, step jacks or jump jacks are a different alternative. 10 seconds to go. Moose likes to be the center of the show. And 2, 1, take a break. Rest those arms for a moment. We're going to finish it out, that knee to elbow next. Your right elbow this side for you, to the left knee, and begin. Good job. Nice strong exhalation. Feel your right foot grounded into the floor. Big toe pushes down, full foot engaged into the floor. Final 10 seconds. Keep the breathing strong. 2, 1, and pausing there. Beautiful. If you want to pick up a light weight for the front raise with the squat, go ahead and get anything 5, 8 pounds, no more than 10. I'm using a 5-pounder here. And then just a gentle toe out, eyes up and forward. And when you're ready, breathing in as you sit back, arms reach out, breathing out, squeeze the glutes and stand. Beautiful. Eyes looking forward. Nice neutral head position. And then same idea. If you want to pick up that rhythm, make sure you stay strong through the feet. Chest tall, eyes up. Woo! Almost there. Last one. And rest. Fantastic. If you were using a weight, go ahead and set it down. And then last exercise of this series, skier step or the balance. So if you want to keep the back leg off the ground, opposite hand still reaches for the opposite foot. And then we just strategically step it to the side, bow down, really focusing on lifting up as you transition from side to side. A little bit crowded in my space here. Ideally, I'd like to extend my leg behind me a bit more. Looks great. Good, Amy. Good, Sharon. Beautiful, Kathy. Maybe one more on either side. Over, up, finish out where you started, and take a short break. Nice job. Let's grab some water. We're going to do a short stretch break, and then we'll be getting into our second series. We've got some lunges with the option of a bicep curl, bent over row, and some thrusters. So first, if you know me well, we're going to stretch the quads. Standing tall, grabbing that foot, work that balance, and lengthen out the front of that thigh. Excellent, less than 10 seconds. And 2, 1, set it down. In between sides, so I was on my left leg. Take note, if you're mirroring me, it would have been your right. Walk the feet wide. Let's open up those inner thighs. Push the toes down, gripping the floor. Excellent. Breathing in as you come back to the top. Breathing out as the knee not dives in, but dives or pushes wide. Keep it in alignment with the toes. Excellent. Once more each way. Shoulders draw back and down, eyes up and forward. See if the body wants to sink a little bit deeper. Awesome. And then balance it out. Keep the head up, aim. Yep, eyes forward. There you go. And walk it in. All right, make sure you know which thigh you were on. Again, if you're mirroring me, you're probably coming to your left. I'm on to my right side. Go. Staying tall. Sharon's going to get stand all the way up, lengthen through the hip flexors all the way up to the torso. There it is. Shoulders over the hips. Very nice. 2, 1, and release there. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and warm up a few lunges. For the warm up, we're going to alternate legs. You're going to lightly touch that knee down. Make sure your front shin is vertical, coming up and forward. Nice and controlled, stepping back, up and forward. Good. Now we're going to add the high knee. Coming forward, knee comes up. Yep, and then the second side, back and down, and up and through. Awesome. If you have that chair nearby, I'm going to give you one more stretch before we start our next circuit. We're going to do that mid-back opener, where I'm going to push into the back of my chair. You can also use, you can even use a wall, push into your wall or a desktop. Walk the feet back, bow the head down, get some opening for the mid-back. Breathing into the nose, out to the mouth at this point as you lower that chest down. But if you're able to breathe in and out the nose, that's fantastic. One more breath, lifting up on that inhale, bowing forward on that exhale. And then all the way up. Awesome job. All right, a little bit of some extended sets here. We're going to be working all on the one leg before we switch. If you feel really strong in your lunges and you want to hold a light weight to add a bicep curl to it, go ahead and pick up some lighter dumbbells now. We're going to start on the left side. So you're going to step your left foot back. And remember, you're going to come through to that high knee position. Feet pointing forward, and 2, 1. Here we go. So stepping back, you can curl in, driving through the front heel as you lift through the knee. Good. Nice and controlled. Just lightly kiss that knee down. Breathing in as you lower, breathing out as you propel through the right leg. Good. If you have any discomfort through your front knee, just check in that you're not, make sure you're stepping back far enough. That knee's not protruding forward. Lovely. And don't just lift the knee, try to lift and engage the foot and toes. Down, standing tall. Awesome. Last time. And take a pause. Nice job. Just a short rest. Stay there. Getting ready for that second side. Now your right foot's going to step back. And when you're ready, here we go. Back and down. Up and forward. Awesome. Go, curl in, palms towards the shoulders, stand tall. My balance set. 20 seconds. Nice, good. It's our first of 3 rounds. We're 30 seconds in. Smooth, good. Lightly touch that knee. Standing all the way up. Maybe one more time. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Shake it out for a second. Our next interval is for 30 seconds. It's going to be a bent over row. I'm going to grab my dumbbell, hold it by both heads, draw the stomach in, toes pointing forward. The long spine, we're going to bow down, and then with both arms together. Chin in once you know it. Elbows squeeze up and in. Good. We'll start our 30 seconds now. Shoulders down, out of the ears. Feel like you stay engaged to that lower body throughout. So I'm kind of drawing my thighs out of my knees. Squeeze the glute. Keep that stomach pulled in. And chest broad. Nice. One more. Breathing out as you pull in. Breathing in as you reach forward. And 2, 1. Go ahead and stand it up. Lovely. Short rest break. I'm going to be using that same, actually I'm going to go a little lighter. I'm going to go back to the weights I did for my bicep curl as I get ready for our thrusters. So this one's going to be back to that 45 seconds. Our last exercise of the series. When you're ready, you can join. We're going to squat down, standing tall, either one arm at a time, alternating arms, or if you want the bigger challenge, both arms together. Just ensure you have that mobility through the mid-back, that you're not arching back as you reach up. So think front of the ribs down, eyes looking up and forward. Beautiful. Breathing in, breathing out. A little bit of intentional pacing here on your first set. 15 seconds left. Awesome. Rest breaks coming. And 3, 2, 1, and take the rest. Good job. 30 seconds. Anybody wearing the bands? We're going to go and let the air out, or you can take them off. We're coming up on that 20-minute mark. 15 seconds till we're back to the lunges. Left leg will be stepping back. Option of the bicep curl. All right, starting with the toes pointing forward, shoulders drawn back, and when you're ready, left foot steps back, coming forward to that high knee. Breathing in, breathing out. Awesome. Totally okay if you're not holding weights on these. You can just move that upper body as if you are. You want to feel the ground through that right foot. 30 seconds in. Beautiful. Do one or two more. And down, up and forward. And 2, 1, 15-second rest. All right, ready for that second leg. Shake it out. Getting ready to start that second foot in 2, 1. Now the right foot steps back. Lightly kiss the knee, drawing all the way up. Awesome. Those of you that want to go heavier on the weight, I'm going to show you some variations. You can take out the bicep curl on our third round and just hold some weights throughout. But stay focused through the second round. Yeah. Good. There's our 30-second mark. Good. Good control. Keep that chest tall, Sharon. And 2, 1. There's the break. Awesome. Bent over row is next. You can either continue to hold one dumbbell by each head, or if you wanted to hold one in each arm, that works as well. Toes forward, draw that stomach in, and then when you're ready, bowing down, both elbows pull together. Awesome. Draw your chin in, look straight down at your mat, kind of keeping your eye on your feet. Nice strong exhale, pulling those elbows as high as you can, squeezing tight through the belly. Good, get that strong bracing, chin drawn in, and 3, 2, 1, and rest. Stand it up, shake it out. Getting ready to finish this circuit with our thrusters, finishing out the second round. All right. Set the feet a little bit wider now than the bent over row. And 2, 1, here we go. Breathing in, breathing out. You're still welcome to do the one arm at a time, alternating arms to overhead. Now going both arms together throughout. Squeeze the glutes. Sometimes it's common that people like to look down towards the mat as they squat down. So work to keep those eyes up. Fantastic. 10 seconds. Woo. In the nose, out the mouth. And 2, 1, take a rest. Awesome job. All right, let's grab a drink. As mentioned, if you want to go heavier in your lunge, instead of doing the bicep curl in this last round, I'm going to hold a weight underneath my chin throughout the full movement and take out the curl. All right, 15 seconds till we start our third and final circuit of this rotation. Going to be doing the lunges with the left leg back first. Here we go. Back and down, up and forward. And I'm going to take you through 30 seconds instead of 45. Especially for those that went a little heavier. I'm going to go just a little bit fewer reps. Had a good amount of volume with this single leg work today. I want to be smart about that. Not overdo it. Beautiful. Just watch that knees not shooting forward. And last time. Awesome. And short break. 10 seconds in between sides. Give my arms a rest. Should have been your left foot that was stepping back. Now we're on to the right. Begin when you're ready. And down. Gently coming up and forward. Really key to always just feel like you're just barely touching that knee to the floor. You like to think about kissing your kneecap to the floor. Propel yourself through that left leg, driving down, holding tall. Final rep, friends. 2, 1, and all done there. Awesome. Bent over row coming up next. Single weight or double weight. Stand tall to start, belly drawn in, practicing that long spine, sending the hips back. And then when you're ready, both arms together. Squeeze those elbows in, draw that chin in, try to keep your spine neutral all the way through the top of the head. So I'm looking up and forward, I'm extended through my neck. I can draw my chin in and look down. That gives me that more neutral posture all the way through the upper spine. Good. Breathing strong. Just feel those muscles engage in that mid back. 2, 1, set them down, stand it up. We'll give 15 seconds, and now we're gonna go 30 seconds for our last round of thrusters. So if you wanna challenge yourself on the weight, now's the time. Give another 10 seconds to get set. Slight toe out, eyes up, and when you're ready, here we go. Finish strong for this circuit. Breath in, breath out. Awesome, great tempo, folks. Halfway. Good, keep that breathing consistent. Breathing out as you drive straight down through the legs. Reaching high to overhead. And 2, 1, all done there. Woo! Awesome. That got me sweating. Let's walk it out, take a breath. We're gonna do a couple stretches, and then we have one more series. All right, let's do our standing figure 4. You can balance or support on the chair, cross your left foot over your right thigh, and then hold on or balance as you set those hips back. Shoulders back and down, eyes up and forward. Really good, great balance, folks. Less than 10 seconds. See if you can draw that left foot towards the left knee. And come on out. In between sides, toe touch stretch. Hands to the thighs, chin to the chest. Slide on down. Reaching for the toes once again. If you have trouble reaching the floor on these deadlifts that we're going to work on this last set, come up when you're ready. Make sure that we don't go all the way down, especially if you feel tension as you start to come down. Now we're going to cross the right foot over your left thigh. Hang on or reach out and send those hips back. And then same idea, this right foot here, I'll cross over. Instead of this ankle kind of being loosey-goosey, pull the toes, engage that ankle, pulling the foot and toes towards the same side knee. 10 seconds left. You can reach those arms up and forward if you want to practice that balance. Fantastic. And 3, 2, 1, release. Woo! All right, so just tree branch arms. Let's get some rotational work. 3 exercises left. First one's going to be our deadlift. Then we're going to have the option of working the dip. I'm going to use the chair. If anybody doesn't want to do a dip, it doesn't feel good on your shoulders. If you don't plan to do this week's recording, you can do a push-up or an overhead tricep extension. Okay? Awesome. Fantastic. So once you've loosened up those tree branch arms, final stretch before we start. Ribs in behind the back stretch. So now my feet are outside my hips. Woo, those elbows do extend. And then long spine. Get some opening through those shoulders. Pulling right over the shoulder blades, the arms over the shoulder blades rather. Eyes looking right between the thighs. On your next inhale, come on back up. Awesome work. All right, we're gonna be working for 3 rounds, 30 seconds on each exercise. It's gonna go in deadlift, dip, or any upper body push, and then some blood flow work. Jumping jacks, running in place, high knees, marching, your choice. So bring over the weight you want to start with for the deadlift. I'm gonna set it right between the feet, or if you have 2 weights, have 1 on either side of the legs. 10 seconds till we begin. First up, we want to stand tall, shoulders over the hips, and no rocking those hips forward. So stomach in, long spine, and begin when you're ready, standing strong. Breathing in on the down, breathing out on the up. Squeeze that booty. Stack straight over the hips with the shoulders. Good. Sometimes there's that tendency where people want to lean back. I don't want you to do that. That tends to overarch that lower spine. Just want you to stand straight up and down. Excellent. Really nice position. Maybe one more time. Over and up and set it down well. Awesome. All right. So dips or upper body push. For the dip, I'm going to draw my shoulders back, sit nice and tall. Excellent. Hips off the seat, and I'm going to draw my elbows in as I lower down and push all the way up. I'm going to not do the hip extension. Sometimes you come all the way up. You can if you want, but being that we're working for 30 seconds, I'm going to keep more focus through the upper body, be a little bit faster tempo than you can do with that hip extension. Think about holding that downward shrug throughout. So I don't want your shoulders to start to drop up into your ears. And 2, 1, and rest. Woo, good. Coming back up to standing. Make sure you have enough space to work with. And your choice if you want to march. I'm going to go a little high knee in place, driving the arms to the side. Good, eyes up and forward. Fantastic. 5 more seconds here. Now we're just going to take it into a nice little rebounding hop. Nice and light on the feet. If you don't like the hop, you can even hold onto your chair and just give a little bounce. If you want an extra challenge, arms up. Woo! And take the rest. Good. 30 seconds rest, and then we'll be back to the top. So if you are someone that has uneven weights, but you want to go heavier, I'm going to hold a lighter weight in my right hand, heavier weight in my left, and then I'll do the opposite on round 3. So toes forward, stomach drawn in, that long spine for your setup, and begin. Squeeze the tush. As the chest bows down, chin draws in. And then as you stand all the way up, looking up and forward. Breathing in on the down, breathing out on the up. Think about how high can you lift the crown of your head towards the sky at the top. Fantastic. One more time. And then set it down well. Long spine and transition. Dip, push up. Or overhead tricep extension. And back to the dip. Draw wide through your chest. Hips off the chair. And then when you're ready, we're trying to make sure the elbows stay in. And you want to lock them all the way out. Try to push down and through. So you can really lift through your chest in that top position. Excellent. Great depth. Breathing in, breathing out. 10 seconds to work. You need to slow it down a little bit. You can add that extension of the hips. Open them all the way up and forward. 2, 1, and up for your blood flow. Woo! Coming back up. We did kind of a high knee run last time. First half, this time we're going to call it our glute kickers, where you think about pulling your heels underneath your body, like you're trying to bring your heel towards your sit bone. Wake up those hamstrings a bit more. Super. And then we're back to our rebounding hop. You want to add a little side to side action with it, like you're a skier, coming through the slalom gates. Woo! Final 10 seconds. You want to put that overhead reach. Excellent. And take the rest. Woo! One more to go, friends. We'll be back to that deadlift in 30 seconds from now. All right, if you had uneven weights, make sure you change the side. So I had my heavier weight in my left hand. If you were mirroring me, it would have been your right hand. 10 seconds till we begin. Coming on into position. Stomach drawn in, long spine, and 2, 1, begin. Hinging at the hips, squeeze the tush. We want all of them to look the same. Remember that nice tall lift through the crown of the head. Good. Keep that long spine, Sharon. Starting to round a bit through that mid back. So really push those hips straight back. Squeeze the shoulders back and down. Good. 1 or 2 more. 2, 1, and all done there. Set it down well. We'll give a bit longer to make sure everyone gets the transition. Coming to your upper body exercise. Sitting tall. Lengthen through those collarbones. And 2, 1, here we go. Common that, especially if you're tight in your pecs, to feel a little bit of tension in the front of the shoulders. You want to kind of feel the difference between like stiffness and a pinch. I don't recommend straining through any kind of pinching sensation. So stay out of that range. Awesome. Good. Strong walk out, that downward lift. Final time. And rest. All right, come on up. We're going to give a full minute of blood flow to finish out this series before our cool down stretch. So as soon as you get there, you can begin. We're going to start where we started last time. Glute kickers. Arms to the side. Heels drawing up. There you go. Feel free to move around your space. And then we're going to take it into either a seal jack or a seal step jack. Open, close. See if you can just give a little clap of the hands. Excellent. Good. Back into a running high knee now. Knees up in front. Arms drive at the sides. Keep that stamina going. Nice strong endurance. And final 15 seconds, either arms to the sides or up to overhead for our little celebration hops. Woo! Help flush your body. And we are all done. Nice job. All right, let's walk it out. Let's get a drink of water. And then we're coming into our cool down stretch. All right, well done, everyone. For our cool down series, we're going to come down to the floor for the first time this session. We're going to be doing our down dog, into pigeon, into our seated twist. So if pigeon is a hard stretch for you, maybe bring a block over, have a pillow nearby. Otherwise, come on down for the first down dog. Nice work. Go ahead and place the hands underneath each shoulder. We're going to be starting with your right leg, and we're going to do 3 reps of a knee to elbow, drawing the knee in on the right side, kicking that leg back, really extending, looking between the thighs, breathing in, draw that right knee to the right elbow. Really push through the heel, squeeze the glute, lift the foot. Once more. As you come forward the fourth time, now we'll draw that leg all the way forward. Square the shin, trying to align it with your shoulders, and then making your way into pigeon. Good. Now, notice how easy it is just to like shrug those shoulders forward. So shoulders back and down. If you want to come low on the pigeon, you can either use your block or come down to the forearms. Having that head down. You want an extra challenge, you want to add the quad stretch. You can take your left hand, reach for your left foot, add the quad stretch. We're going to take another 15 seconds here before we move into our seated twist. Sharon, see if you can lift through your chest a bit more, really push down through the shoulder. Don't ever try to force any stretches. Release that foot if you're holding on, sit down onto your, should be your right hip, and then you're going to swing that back leg around. Sitting tall, hugging that thigh in. And then any version of a seated twist you'd like. And as you hug your left thigh in, you can start to work your left elbow onto the thigh. You can bring that right. I'm mixed up on my arms. This would be your right onto your left thigh and work your left arm behind you. Long neck, turning the head. And now think about drawing your left shoulder down as you look over the left shoulder. Let's breathe 3 more times here. On that inhale, really lift through the crown of the head. On the exhale, try to hold that lift and see if your body wants to pivot a touch more, twice more. When you're ready, gradually unwind your body. Untwist. And then we're going to make our way back into down dog. Before we jump up into down dog in this last time, we're going to repeat our cat-cow. We did it from standing to start the hour. Now we'll do it the more traditional way from all fours. Just 3 cycles through here. So breathe in nice and slow and do about a 4-second in, really pushing up, chin in, and then nice and smooth. About 4 seconds out, looking up and forward. Lovely. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. Final time. Wonderful. And then we're going to spread out well through the hands so you can get a really good push off the heel of the hands. We're going to come up into down dog. And we're going to spend a little bit longer in this traditional down dog position before we go into that hip extension. Kind of rocking back onto the heels, drawing the chin in, pushing between that mid back, like trying to guide your heart towards your thighs. Feel free to give out a little sigh, and then let's stretch those calves a bit, walking the heels up and down. Lovely. And now with the left leg, be your left, 3 times with that hip extension. Lifting up between the arms, nice long straight arms as that left knee comes towards the left elbow, and then push through the heels, point the toe, really extend through that hip as you drive back. Twice more, draw it forward, push back, extend back, squeeze the glutes. Third and final one. And when you come forward on the 4th time, that's when we'll make our way into that pigeon pose. Square the hips, shoulders down out of the ears. Option of with or without the block. I always feel like this is the best stretch to remind you that you don't want to be in pain or discomfort while you're stretching. You want to kind of find that edge. If you grab the foot on your right side or your left side, now we'll reach your right hand towards your right foot. Draw the shoulders down. 10 more seconds here. And when you're ready, if you hold that foot, release it. sit onto your left hip and then swing it around for that seated twist. Just gonna ease your way into it. I like to start with a little bit more almost like a glute stretch, hugging that leg in. And then when it feels like I start to get some length there, now it would be your left arm to the right thigh, pushing in, and then it would be your right arm crawling behind you. So right shoulder draws down, head lifts up, eyes looking over that shoulder. Let's go 3 more breaths here. In the nose, out the nose or out the mouth. A lot of advantages to really practicing some discipline with some breathing in and out the nose. After that last breath, go ahead and release out of that twist. And let's just simply come onto our backs to finish with a little happy baby. So hug your legs in, rock yourself back nice and slow. And then we're going to raise the legs in the air, work the elbows on the inner thighs. If you can grab the soles of your feet or the outer shins. And then you're going to use those elbows to push those legs wide, kind of get some opening through your groin area. And then you can just give yourself a little self-massage, loosening up that low back by giving a little side-to-side rock. Lovely, friends. Take as long as you need here. When you're ready, we'll simply release the legs. Extend them straight out. Bring the arms up and over the head. Just take a moment. Feel your body settle into the floor. You bring the arms back down. Bring one hand into the area of your heart. One hand onto the area of your lower abdomen. And just take a moment to calm your body. Practice some stillness. Try to remember all the thousands, if not millions, of miraculous little processes that your body handles for you each and every day without you having to even focus on it or think about it. Especially when you find yourself wanting to be critical of what your body maybe isn't doing as much as you'd like. Remember all that it is doing, all that you are doing each and every day. All right, friends, maybe any other spinal twists that might feel good to you today. Later on throughout the day, if you can use a doorway to kind of open up through your chest, get those pecs nice and open. Ideally every day open in that heart, especially if you're at the computer a lot. Open, stretch, stay hydrated, and we'll be back here again for another live session on Thursday. In the meantime, take care.